Hey YouTube family, I apologize for the delay of uploading with any updates. As you know, if you don't know, my name is Karla. I have been going wherever I feel led to go by my spirit, by God, if you want to look at it that way. I started off this journey and I thought 2025 was going to be the year that it all came together and all made sense. And I'm pretty sure if you're watching this and you're alone on Christmas, you're probably thinking, wow, I thought the same thing. And this year has been challenge after challenge for many people. I was rushed to the hospital 2 days ago, and I still have some bruises from where they were trying to draw blood from me. And it seems like every bit of sickness or suppressed illness that has been in my body has just came to the surface. I've been triggered by the most random things at this point until I can afford and get donations or get paid from YouTube. Until I can afford it, I cannot get lab work done and work with my preference, a functional health practitioner that actually looks into depth, more things than your typical primary care doctor does, and that actually addresses the root cause of your symptoms with natural supplements, food, herbs, things like that. I've been praying and really desiring for a long time to get that situated, just so I can see what's going on with me, so I can properly give myself the right nutrition, protocol, and everything that I need. And I cried my eyes out. Like, I cried my ass off in the waiting room of that hospital. I just thought to myself, what has 2025 become for me? I have been extremely giving despite my situation, despite my circumstance of being in this, living day to day in hotels, couch hopping, going to shelters, trying to find stability and asking and reaching out for help from many resources, and yet still not finding any, or not meeting the requirements, or trying to find a way to get a car, trying to find a way to, find some way, right? And yet nothing. And what started my journey, I've talked about this in my other videos, was me leaving some very narcissistic, abusive parents, but also, one of them in particular, my mother, has definitely done the work and has been getting closer to God and changing her life around, but, she's still in her process. But her situation and circumstance doesn't allow me to still go over there and live with her. She's in a very complicated circumstance. And just my hometown, period, has a lot of baggage and very nefarious, evil, traumatic things attached to it for me. And I just run into my past everywhere over there. And most importantly, I felt like God during prayer and fasting and meditation. I felt like God was guiding me to go on this journey of traveling in a sense, but I thought he was going to settle me somewhere by now. But for whatever reason, it just still hasn't happened that way. I really don't know why a lot of us are spending Christmas still alone. A lot of us probably were anticipating some sort of turnaround by this time. And I know that 2025 is still not over and anything can happen. But up to this point, December 25th of 2025, I have found myself still living day to day. At any given moment, if I don't receive donations, more than likely I will be sleeping outside. I live out of 2 suitcases and a backpack because I have been extremely low in funds. I've barely been able to afford a hotel. I haven't been able to afford a place with a kitchen to properly buy groceries so I can heal myself. And that's been the most heartbreaking part of all. And then, of course, going to the emergency room and them telling me that they can't find anything wrong with me, or they can't see on their end because I have to go meet up with my primary care doctor, but I don't have one because of my finances, and I don't have finances because of the instability. I don't have stability because I haven't had the opportunity. So it's just like a chain effect, you know? And it's been a lot that's been happening, a lot. And I don't know how I'm able to make it through right now, you guys, to be quite honest with you. I don't know how I've been able to really just get by other than grace and other than God. I don't know why God is allowing these things to happen to me and to others, but all I can say is that you're not alone. And I know from the title of this video, you know, you're spending Christmas alone. And I wanted to make this video for all of us that have found ourselves in really complicated situations that may not be in a privileged situation where you get to be with family and loved ones and, you know, stable and all these things. You might be going through homelessness like me. You might be living day to day like me. You might be struggling with sickness like me. You might have deadlines and bills stacked up and not know what's going to happen next within a couple days or weeks or starting January 1st. I get all of that, and my heart goes out to you, because a lot of us that are going through this are some of the most pure-hearted, empathic, great people. And sometimes in life, many times, really crappy things happen to the best people. And I've seen it before in my past up to this point where, you know, there's always like some kind of reward, right? There's some kind of other side, right? After you go through great struggle. But this time around, it seems like it's gone on for so long without seeing the other side, despite my efforts. And it's just been really discouraging, you guys. And right now, as of now, until I can find a warm, safe, consistent place for me to heal my body and rest, I have no choice but to be in hotels. And the only reason why I've been able to survive so far is because last year, on TikTok, I started getting paid, but then this year they stopped pushing my content into the algorithm, and ever since maybe like April, I've stopped getting paid, and I've literally been living off of strictly donations. It's been a lot. It's been a long process. The donations started the end of last year, but they weren't like livable or doable. But they're very unpredictable now. The majority of this year, it's been very unpredictable. Like I said, the moment I stop earning them or getting them, I'm going to have to sleep outside. And I've been on live before where I've been on TikTok where I've been kicked out of hotels in the lobby for waiting for too long without, you know, extending or something. So it's been a lot. I've been through a lot, and I've documented more on that social media page, but I've just lost the motivation of being on there, and I'm not getting the engagement, and I'm not being heard, and just things have slowed down a lot over there. I want to set up a goal. I'm going to set up a GoFundMe. I just haven't had, literally, I've been having so many migraines lately. I've been feeling so much swelling, so much tiredness, so much fatigue from this mystery flu that's going around. I don't know if some of y'all have seen that. And so I'm not really sure what's going on. And when I went to the emergency room the other day, I saw the room filled with people, but yet no one really got answers. And so I have a theory that this city that I'm in and this state that I'm in, I feel like they are spraying extra chemicals because, as you know, like the chemtrails, different things that are being sprayed. But I have a theory that they're, you know, spraying more things, because every time I'm in this particular city, and ever since I moved out of my abusive home, this has been the main city I've been in. I've only been drawn to like one or two other cities to stay in for a while, but this has been the main one. And every time I come here, I get so sick. So I am just praying. I'm praying and really hoping for clarity. And donations and like some kind of breakthrough, so that way I could get out of here or have enough donations for a car, to save up for a car so I can live in my car, preferably, so I don't have to be here and be bound to a specific hotel. And then because of the sickness and different things, unable to um, be able to really just like work. And with your car, at least you can work on your own terms and get gigs and stuff like that, and worst case scenario, live in it. But I just ideally just want to get my own place, get an Airbnb for a month or two, so I can really heal, have enough donations so that way I could go see a natural practitioner that can really look at the root cause of what's going on with me. And I know I'm not the only one going through this, but I know I'm going on a rant, but I could really use any sort of help, any sort of donations. I'd really, really appreciate it. I always leave my ways of donation in my caption. This is just like a plea for help, you guys. I feel like this holiday season and this Christmas, a lot of us have hit a rock bottom. And I know that a lot of us are still having a mustard seed of hope, hoping that things are going to get better. But I think the scariest thing for me has been my health and the way my health has felt. And I'm trying my best to stand my ground and be hopeful and, just be myself again. But I haven't felt myself in over a year and a half. And it's really sad to say, but it's true. And I feel like this whole year has really drained a lot of us. And just know that even if you don't have people around you, I'm there with you in spirit. And just know that one day this is going to be over for us. I don't know how. I don't know if, God's going to set people to just watch this video, it go viral and people help me. I don't know if it's going to come from a random stranger in person. I don't know if something's going to come up, but I think right now my biggest priority is to get to a cleaner, safer environment that I can be in for longer, so I can work on my health. And I haven't even been able to get groceries or even be on my phone. I prayed really hard that I would be able to make this video to reach out for help. I don't know, but I thank you guys for listening, and I thank God for keeping me coherent to be able to finish this video. And hopefully it'll upload right on time. But just know that you're not alone, and I am rooting for the both of us because it has been the fight of our lives. Merry Christmas.